This is my bed, this is my bathroom, this is my dinner table.
I don't feel good.
I shower almost every day. Shower is exhausting. Washing in between my skin fold is hard because it's heavy. It's hard to get all the way in there, and it's a lot of lifting.
When emotions explode on my 600-pound life, things get real, fast. From shocking confrontations to total emotional breakdowns, some scenes were so outrageous, fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. These moments were raw, unfiltered, and completely unforgettable. Now we're counting down the most outrageous meltdowns on my 600-pound life that you just have to see to believe. Penny confesses she feels dead, trapped in a bed that serves as her entire world. Her bedroom, bathroom, and dining room all rolled into one. She compares her existence to being an inmate in a jail of her own making, and honestly, the visual is brutal. It's a devastating opening that slams us with the grim reality of her life. How do you even begin to dig out of a hole this deep?
I cannot do the things that normal people take for granted, like walking to the bathroom. I might as well be a prisoner in jail. It's gonna be good. Food addiction has become my life. Hey, Ed, I need a paper towel.
Her sisters reveal a childhood soaked in the chaos of an abusive, alcoholic father. They paint a picture where Penny, as the oldest, was forced to be a human shield, absorbing the brunt of the violence to protect her siblings. It's a heartbreaking backstory, but it also clinically explains the origin of her broken coping mechanism. She was a child who learned that food was her only reliable solace in a world of pure terror.
My dad was very abusive to my mom and to us some.
The abuse was something that no kid should have to watch your mom beaten. It wasn't every day, but it was every time he drank. Penny probably experienced a lot more of it than we did because she was oldest.
Behold the chief enabler, her husband Ed, and the grocery list of doom. This man is literally shopping for her execution, loading the cart with chips, soda, cake mix, and candy on her direct orders. Her own sister calls him out, labeling him a stubborn enabler who buys whatever she demands to avoid trouble. He's not a caregiver, he's a delivery service for the very poison that is killing her. This is codependency in its most lethal form, and he's an active accomplice.
Chips, soda, cake mix, candy, it's usually junk. The list is done, but I know she likes ice cream.
Ed loves Penny, but Penny is very stubborn, and Ed does enable her. He buys whatever she tells him, and if he doesn't, he's gonna be in trouble.
Ed definitely does bring the food in to the house, but I also believe that he doesn't have much choice.
We do eat properly.
In a stunningly accurate diagnosis, Dr. Now states that some of her issues are real, but many are imaginary. He calls out her victim mentality and identifies the toxic dynamic of her family as enablers. His prescription is a strict hospital diet and observation. Finally, someone is cutting through the fog of excuses with a scalpel of harsh, undeniable truth. It's a brutal but necessary intervention.
Some of them are real, some of them are imaginary. She seems like she played a role of being a victim and encouraging family to be enabled. And this dynamic is very difficult to break. We're gonna keep Penny under observation in a strict diet.
Back in the hospital, the sabotage begins immediately. Penny is already complaining about the diet, defiantly claiming no one told her she had to lose weight there. She's figured out how to manipulate the system, and Dr. Now confirms she has stopped losing weight entirely. She's given the perfect tools for success in a controlled environment and still manages to fail. Is she trying to prove a point or just speedrunning her own death?
I'm very concerned about Penny's behavior. She's not losing weight anymore. She's being given the right diet. There is no reason why she shouldn't lose more weight while she's in hospital. Penny must have somebody thinking if she figured out how to manipulate the system. Penny, how are you? How many times are you eating?
The scale of truth reveals she has gained weight since her surgery, and the waterworks instantly begin. She deflects, crying that the scales must have been wrong from the start. Dr. Now shuts it down, telling her to quit crying because this is for her benefit. He isn't buying the act for a second. She's not crying over her failure. She's crying because she got caught in her own web of lies.
You gained weight since the surgery, okay? You should be right now walking. You should be around 250 pounds.
I feel that the scale were wrong in the beginning and that I weighed more than what that was. I've been putting it all out there.
Look, Penny, quit crying because this is for your benefit, okay? You know how many people like you, I signed their death certificate and later on I thought,
Dr. Now reaches his absolute limit and delivers a chilling verdict. He states that Penny is her own worst enemy and that her husband is a close second. He somberly observes that he one day expects to get the notice to sign her death certificate. Let that sink in. Her doctor is already visualizing her funeral. The stakes could not be more dire.
I think the Penny is her worst enemy and her husband is second worst enemy that she got. And they don't realize that this is a dangerous game she played.
You're hungry. Let me get you some ice cream.
I've seen people like Penny, they play this kind of game, and one day I get the notice to sign their death certificate.
With the help of a physical therapist, she actually stands up for the first time in years. Ed claims she's trying harder through the pain. It's a moment that should feel triumphant, but the cynicism is too deep. This feels less like a turning point and more like a panic-induced performance after Dr. Now's grave prognosis. You just know this tiny step is the peak before the inevitable plummet.
We've been home from the hospital. She's done a lot better. She's trying a lot more through her pain.
On three. 1, 2, 3. You're doing good.
I'm just straightening my knee. It's been years since I could walk. I'm ready to get out of this bed.
You're doing good. You really are.
And the final crashing failure is confirmed. Dr. Now delivers the final assessment with devastating simplicity. He does not believe Penny has any intention of changing her lifestyle. He hopes she wakes up, but doubts she will live long. The moral is clear and brutally cynical. Some people are so entrenched in their dysfunction, so committed to their role as a professional victim, that they are utterly beyond saving. She was given a miracle, and she treated it like a suggestion box. What a catastrophic waste.
And he's proud of me. I like the little
At this point, I don't think Penny has any intention to change anything in her lifestyle. I don't know what will work for Penny. I hope she wakes up at some point. Otherwise, I don't think she's going to live too long.
For me, the things that are going to come are going to be more important than the things I've already overcome. This has been a long, hard road, but I'm definitely not where I started, and I'm not ever going to give up.
Guys, this is Olivia speaking from the depths of despair, describing herself as stuck in bed, barely moving, her weight literally anchoring her. Look at this, folks. She admits she does not even leave the house. The lymphedema on her leg is a massive, immovable anchor, making every breath a battle, every potential step a source of agony. She cannot even navigate a single flight of stairs. This is absolute despair, a life wasted in isolation, a chilling existence where the very thought of the outside world is terrifying.
My weight is killing me. It's hard. Moving around is hard. With this weight hanging over my knees. That's why I don't go out. I don't leave the house. I want to. I want to get up and just leave.
Now let's talk about the web of codependency that has Olivia trapped in her basement prison. Her family, particularly her twin sister, Olga, is her sole connection to the outside world, bringing her food, helping with oxygen, and acting as her lifeline. But this is not love, people. This is unintentional sabotage. Olivia is a burden, and while she resents it, her family's constant enabling reinforces her immobility. They are caught in a vicious cycle where their help prevents her from developing any independence and literally feeds her addiction out of misguided care and fear for her well-being.
I fear being a burden on my family. They do everything for me. Fries? I pretty much do everything for Olivia. Medicines, anything she needs, she'll call me. We're so much alike, but then again, we're both different. We always get picked on when we were little. It made me stronger. She's just weak.
Olivia reveals that her weight gain began in elementary school, a direct consequence of bullying and, horrifyingly, molestation at 8 years old. She kept this secret for decades, burying the trauma under layers of food. Food became her tried and true way to avoid people, to feel invisible and safe from further harm. Her overeating stems from deep and unaddressed childhood trauma manifesting as a life-threatening addiction. The weight became a physical barrier against a world that had let her down so young.
I started putting on weight in elementary school. A lot of it had to do with bullying and molestation. I was molested at 8. I kept that secret until I was 40. As time went on, I started putting on weight a lot. It was just horrible. She just told me a few years ago. I felt so helpless. I couldn't do nothing for her.
This is where the raw truth hits. Olivia confesses to trying to commit suicide 2 years prior, a desperate cry from a soul consumed by loneliness and depression. She explicitly states that food is what makes her happy, her ultimate comfort, even when she is full and knows she should stop. She compares her addiction to alcoholism, recognizing the cycle of secret eating and self-loathing. This is not just an eating disorder, it is a profound emotional struggle for survival, a desperate attempt to numb an unbearable pain, a terrifying realization that her coping mechanism is killing her.
Me being sick, living here, being alone, and trying to commit suicide. I never felt so alone. Wow. If I'm feeling sad, alone, depressed, food is what makes me happy, because that's what comforts me. I'm eating, and I know I'm full, and I can feel it, I'm full, but I'm still eating. I think her eating is,
The struggle begins intensely and openly. Olga tries to coax Olivia up the basement stairs, a monumental task that symbolizes her entire journey. Olivia is panting, crying, claiming she can't lift her leg, her frustration boiling over. She is terrified, literally screaming that she can't climb. But Olga refuses to let her succumb to self-pity, pushing her with love. It is a grueling, agonizing step battle against her own body and ingrained defeatism. This moment is a declaration of her desperate desire not to die, to finally reclaim her life.
I climbed the stairs. Yeah, you can, Olivia. Give me your hand. Come on, give me your hand. Olivia, lift it, Olga. All right, okay. Pull me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. See? You got it, you got it. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. See? One more. To the slip on. How high is that last step? Right there. Right there.
Olivia weighs in at a shocking 604 pounds, a terrifying increase from her previous surgery. Dr. Now immediately cuts through her excuses about depression and stress. He does not mince words, asking what a third surgery will achieve if the underlying emotional issues remain. He sets the stage for change, explaining that a smaller stomach won't stop constant eating. He will admit her to the hospital for 48 hours to assess her readiness, a crucial test to see if she can control her eating and prove her commitment.
What do you think is driving you to do that?
I would say a lot of it had to do just depression, the life I was living. I was in a very stressful home.
Obviously, 2 surgery hasn't changed that. What do you think a third surgery is going to do to it?
The third surgery, if it were the gastric bypass, my stomach would be smaller.
Small stomach is not going to keep you from eating all day.
Olivia is back, claiming she is eating very little and sticking to her diet. But Dr. Now's scale reveals no weight loss. His patience is worn thin. He tells her point blank that her caloric intake is supporting a 350-pound person, not her current weight. He dismisses her feelings, saying it does not matter what she feels because the scale reflects reality. He reminds her of her previous hospital stay success, challenging her to replicate it. He demands 50 pounds off in 1 month or no skin removal. The ultimatum is clear.
So, what do you think causing that?
I'm still doing my same diet. I'm eating very little.
The calorie that you're taking now is supporting 350-pound person.
I don't feel like I'm eating a lot, doctor. I really don't.
It doesn't matter what you feel.
Okay.
Okay?
And then, the triumphant breakthrough. Olivia steps on the scale, hopeful yet nervous. The result, she has lost the 50 pounds Dr. Now demanded. A stunning achievement. She is ecstatic, almost unable to contain her joy. She can't remember being in the 200s for the longest time. Dr. Now is genuinely pleased, and he confirms her success and approves her for the long-awaited skin removal surgery. A powerful moment of validation. Recognizing her incredible effort, she even realizes she is now 5 pounds lighter than her twin. A lifelong dream fulfilled.
Yes. Oh man, if I could jump, I could. I would. I lost the 50 he wanted. This is so incredible. I can't even remember when I was in the 200. Yes. Can't wait till he comes to that door to see what he tells me.
Olivia,
Hello.
you lost pretty good amount of weight since last time I saw you.
So I did good with my weight loss?
You did great.
Thank you, doctor. That's what I wanted to hear.
Look at Olivia now, guys. What an unbelievable transformation. She is a completely new woman, radiant and full of life. She proudly shows off her new figure, a stark contrast to her former self, exclaiming she is living proof that it can happen. She has regained her independence, taken driver's education, and can shop for clothes in a regular store for the first time in years. Her family, especially her twin, Olga, is overflowing with pride and joy. This is not just a success story. It is a beautiful testament to the human spirit's capacity for change.
Are you coming out? Oh my God, it's been so long. This has been one long, hard journey. But at the end, it feels wonderful because I'm not who I used to be. Photo of me before surgery. I'm living proof that it can happen. I got a second chance at life. Where's my twin?
We begin in a suffocating prison of resentment and shame. Angie is a queen in a twin-bed kingdom. Her daughter Desiree, a reluctant, exhausted servant. The sheer dysfunction is palpable. Angie directs the household from her mattress, her immobility a weapon of control. Her body is a landscape of despair, a self-described monster. But the real horror is the emotional wreckage. She's trapped, miserable, and has dragged her entire family into the abyss with her. This isn't just a physical crisis, it's a domestic tragedy unfolding in slow motion.
I used to leave the house maybe once a week, but now I'm mostly housebound because it's becoming harder to walk. My legs constantly hurt. So my daughter Desiree helps me. Desiree!
Morning, beautiful.
I live with my husband Justin and my daughter Desiree, along with her boyfriend Will and her daughter, my granddaughter Daisy.
The backstory is a textbook recipe for disaster. Raised by an alcoholic mother and a drug-addicted, abusive father, Angie's childhood was a minefield of neglect and terror. She was sexually abused by a family friend at age 8, and when she finally confessed, her mother failed to protect her. Food became her only reliable comfort, a silent, steady companion in a world of chaos. This isn't just about poor choices. It's about a child who learned to build a fortress of fat around a shattered soul.
My life was hard. My mom was an alcoholic and my father was a drug addict, and my father was abusive physically to my mother. So I felt abandoned most of the time because of my parents' alcohol, drug abuse, and neglect. They just weren't present. And when I was 8 years old, I was sexually abused by a family friend.
The family dynamic is a powder keg of resentment. A screaming match erupts over the move to Houston, with Angie's daughter, Desiree, caught in the crossfire between her manipulative mother and her disrespectful boyfriend. Then comes the bombshell. Desiree is pregnant again. The sheer suffocating chaos of this household is a breeding ground for dysfunction. Angie isn't just a patient, she's the tyrannical ruler of a tiny, miserable kingdom, and her subjects are starting to revolt. This is an absolute dumpster fire.
I am tired of every single time a little thing is said around here, your dramatic boyfriend gets escalated to up here.
So then
This
I'm
little
in the,
word.
I'm in the position to pick between my
That shouldn't be
mother or my boyfriend and my child.
No, your child would still be here without your boyfriend, just like the other one was.
That's not right.
Well, you do whatever you want to
Especially when
do.
you know that I'm gonna pick you.
Okay.
Dr. Now immediately dismantles Angie's fiction that she only eats one large meal a day, clinically explaining that her giant frame requires a constant, massive caloric intake. He then pivots to the rest of the family's bad habits, a Greek chorus of enablers. His prescription is simple and brutal, a 1,200-calorie diet and a 45-pound weight loss goal. It's a desperately needed dose of reality in a household drowning in self-deception.
Well, if you figure that then, what's holding you up so far to lose weight?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like if I can't move, I can't lose weight.
No, that's completely inaccurate. The reason you're overweight is you eat too much. So what is going on with your eating habit? Because in order for you to maintain your weight at 643 pounds.
The moment her husband leaves, the facade of control crumbles. After a massive fight, Justin is gone, and Angie immediately reverts to her primary coping mechanism, food. She admits that sometimes she just has to eat something that tastes good, a classic addict's rationalization. The diet, the doctor's orders, the hope for a new life, all of it is incinerated in the greasy blaze of a single moment of weakness.
My life is all over the place right now. Justin is no longer here. We have separated. About a week ago, we got into an argument. He was under the influence, as usual, and he packed his things up and left.
The phone call with Dr. Now is pure deflection and manipulation. When confronted about her lack of progress, Angie unleashes a torrent of excuses, her voice dripping with manufactured outrage. She claims she has lost weight, that the doctor is being unfair, that she is the true victim in this scenario. It's all a calculated performance, a desperate attempt to gaslight the one person who can see through her lies. She is a virtuoso of victimhood.
But it's just been hard because me Me and my husband separated after we left your office. He doesn't want to move to Texas, so he put me in a little bit of a financial issue, but I'm trying.
Well, not like you should. You need to decide what the best course of action and option is best for you.
Wow, my best option would be to come to Houston. It's my last option. It's my only option.
The final weigh-in is a train wreck. After months of excuses, Angie has gained weight. Dr. Now, armed with the results of a drug test, drops the bombshell. She has been using narcotics. Her denial is immediate and furious, a storm of indignant lies. But the science doesn't lie. He delivers the final, non-negotiable ultimatum. Enter a drug rehab program, or her journey is over. The game is up. The lies have run their course. It's time for a reckoning.
So that's your only choice. You either do that or we're done. You got it?
Can I have time to think about it?
Sure, but you don't have a lot of time, so I'll give you 24 hours. But we're not going to play any more games and just watch you do the same thing over and over until you die.
In a stunning act of self-immolation, Angie chooses pride over survival. After being confronted with her drug use, she decides to leave Houston, framing herself as the victim of an unjust doctor. She declares that if Dr. Now doesn't apologize, she can't work with him. It's a breathtaking display of narcissistic delusion, a woman so committed to her own narrative of victimhood that she would rather die than admit fault. This isn't just a failure, it's a tragedy of epic proportions, a life willingly thrown away.
She wants help and is ready to go to rehab and do what she needs to take responsibility for her life. Then we'll be here to provide her with that. So she still has a chance for her outcome to be positive if she wants it to be. All she has to do is try. As long as she makes that decision that she needs before it's too late.
The episode ends on a note of chilling finality. Angie has returned to Ohio, her last chance at redemption squandered. Dr. Now's closing words are a grim prophecy. Her body, ravaged by both obesity and addiction, will not last much longer. The story of Angie J is a dark, cautionary tale about the destructive power of a victim mentality. She had every tool, every opportunity, but in the end, she chose the comforting lie of her own making over the hard, painful truth of recovery. A truly tragic ending. Guys, this is Ashley, and her opening statement hits hard. There is not a day that goes by without pain. Just standing to walk a mere 20 feet to her bathroom is an excruciating ordeal. She is terrified of falling through her own bathtub. This isn't just about weight anymore, folks. She has this thing hanging off of her, her massive apron belly, so heavy it threatens to physically break her back. Her world has shrunk to agony, a suffocating existence where even basic hygiene is a monumental struggle.
There's not a day that goes by that I don't have pain. Just about any movement hurts. And just walking the 20 feet from my bed to my bathroom is extremely painful. My weight has made it almost unbearable to get around. The normal things that everybody does is so hard to do when you're my size.
Ashley's childhood was a battlefield. Parents divorcing at 5, a mother lost to drug addiction, and then at 6, the unimaginable molestation by her babysitter's husband. She speaks of sacrificing herself to protect her younger siblings, carrying that horrific secret alone. No child should ever have to bear such a burden. Food became her silent confidant, her only means of survival in a world that had failed her so profoundly. This is the origin of her comfort eating, the deep wound that food was desperately trying to patch.
The divorce. My mom took my siblings and I with her, but she was never around because of her drug addiction. So we spent a lot of time with the babysitter. And when I was 6, my babysitter's husband started molesting me. If my mother had been paying attention, I think she could have changed a lot of stuff that was going on. But as the oldest one, I felt like I had to protect my brother and sister because they were really little.
Ashley is deeply, tragically dependent on food for comfort, especially when upset. Her husband, Jacob, knows this, and his response is to get her fast food quickly. He is actively feeding the monster that is destroying her life. He pulls into the drive-thru, orders 20 chicken tenders and rolls, knowing it is her escape. This is not supporting her. It is participating in her self-destruction. Food, she says, is like sex. It makes her feel good, and she can't stop once she starts.
I hate people staring at me.
Yeah. Boy, we're gonna get to eat.
Jacob knows if I'm upset, he needs to get me something to eat quickly. If I'm hurting, I want to turn something that's going to make me feel better. And I know it's food.
Let me get the 20 tenders, the meal, and rolls instead of biscuits. Thank you.
It's a comfort. It's been a comfort ever since I was young.
Dr. Now confronts Ashley head-on, 725 pounds at only 27 years old. He instantly diagnoses her husband, Jacob, as an enabler, stating he is overweight himself and making poor choices. Dr. Now's words are a punch to the gut. You're not gonna make it much beyond 30. This is not a suggestion, it's a death sentence if she doesn't change. He lays down a non-negotiable plan. A 1,200-calorie diet with a target of 50 pounds lost in 1 month. It is do or die.
Now that she's over 700 pounds, she's not very functional on her own, and she's eating constantly. So someone must be bringing her all the food. He's your enabler, and he is overweight, so he's not making good choices on his own to even help you.
Ashley and Jacob are moving, a stressful event that immediately pushes them back to old habits. Fast food. She's trying to find something healthy, but Jacob is still ordering hamburgers, seemingly without a second thought. The tone deafness is insane. Ashley admits she wished for more of his support, but ultimately, she knows it is her willpower that truly counts. It is a moment of painful clarity, realizing that the comfort food provides is deeply ingrained, and replacing it is the hardest part. This is addiction at its most brutal.
All right, man, let me get a ultimate bacon cheeseburger. Make it a large. You want the salad or you just want the chicken plains? Okay.
I'm trying to find something healthy, but Jake hasn't tried it all. And it's really hard. I'm eating a piece of chicken and he's eating, a hamburger. I wish I had more of his support. But when I got in this process, I knew that it was going to be difficult.
Guys, this is an unprecedented life or death moment. Ashley is rushed into emergency surgery for a perforated ulcer, a direct consequence of her body breaking down. Doctor now suspects she has been abusing pain medication to cope with her escalating anxiety now that food is no longer an option. Her stomach is literally spilling gastric fluid into her abdominal cavity. Her physical crisis forces her to face the brutal truth that her self-destructive coping mechanisms are killing her. This is a brutal, definitive turning point.
Right now, I'm taking Ashley to emergency surgery. Talking to her husband, it seems like she's been dealing with a lot of anxiety now that her eating habit is limited. And as a result, she may be abusing her pain medication. That's never a good situation, but with a bypass, it's worse. Taking high doses of pain medication can do a lot of damage to her stomach.
This is it, the emotional breakthrough. Ashley bravely finally sits down with a therapist, ready to confront the unspeakable. She reveals the core trauma, the molestation at 6, the burden of protecting her siblings. Her therapist recognizes the immense weight she has carried, the sacrifice, and the resulting flood of emotions once food is no longer a coping mechanism. Ashley admits food almost killed her, and it is no longer her comfort. This is a raw, visceral healing beginning. It is painful, necessary, and the first step towards building a new, healthy emotional foundation.
It was a long recovery in the hospital, but I'm able to walk some with a walker right now. So Dr. Nazardin discharged me and is sending me to see a therapist. I'm a little nervous because I know this is supposed to help me find healthy ways to cope with my emotions, but what if I can't? I'm just scared that nothing is going to be able to help me cope like food has.
And just look at her now. After a year of incredible highs and devastating lows, Ashley achieves a monumental victory. She steps on the scale, and the number is 470 pounds. She has lost a phenomenal 255 pounds. Dr. Now is beaming with pride, recognizing her hard work. This is not just a number, people, it's proof of her unwavering spirit. The family dynamic has also shifted. Jacob and her mom are now actively incorporating healthy eating into their lives.
And I'm excited to see if I hit my goal of losing 225 pounds.
470.
So you're down to 155 pounds. How does it feel to lose all that weight?
Crazy. It's amazing.
It's been a hard road, but I think overall you're doing very well. Ashley has made great progress, and I'm looking forward to seeing her hit her goal weight in next year or so.
What a transformation! Ashley is living a brand new life, vibrant and engaged. She surprises Patrick by joining him and Jacob on a fishing trip, doing things she never imagined possible. Seeing her son light up with joy, knowing she is actively participating in his life is everything. She talks about going to aquariums and zoos with him. Finally, she is existing and fully embracing life. She is a big part of her family now, giving back instead of being cared for. She declares she will never do anything to lose this precious gift again. What an inspiring story of resilience and willpower.
I surprised Patrick this morning and told him that I'm going with him and Jake on their fishing trip this time. And it was so wonderful to see him light up with excitement. I'm doing things now that I haven't done in forever.
Feels really good to be able to go and do things as a family together. This surgery's done a lot for her. She's more happy than she's been in a really long time.